Welcome and thank you for joining us on 80/20, where we have spirited debate on sports, local and national issues, culture, and a little bit of everything else. In every discussion based on opinion, 80% is correct, 20% is correct. We just need your help to help us figure out who has the 80 and who has the 20. I'm Jay Stoggs, and as always, I'm joined by my man with the master plan to my right hand, Mr. Ant Jay. What's going on, dude?
How you doing, Jay?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I see that.
You like that?
You had a little vocal tones thrown in there today? Okay.
You know, I had to clean it up from last week, man. It was a little rough.
That's okay.
It was a little rough,
That's okay.
but you know, you
Long
come
as
back.
You identify you're not perfect. You know,
I'm not. Sometimes I'm just 80%, man. I'm not 100.
Well, sometimes, most of the time, you're 20.
Nah, that's you, bruh.
Nah, man.
And that's where I leave it there.
Let's
man.
start the show.
Let's get into this thing.
Okay.
So,
speak in the microphone.
Hey, look at you. Progress. That's what it's all about.
Okay, so we're gonna take this Novocaine shot early. Okay, I'm not wanting to talk about hockey.
You're not.
However, you know, obviously my cohort in crime over here would like to address hockey.
Go Devils.
So we're gonna take this shot in the butt early.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Hockey. Okay.
Hockey. Start.
So here's the deal. On our run sheet, we talked about, you know, putting in some hockey. As a matter of fact, I got to shout out my friend, Big Connie, what's up? She asked me, hey, why don't you guys talk about the Stars?
We don't want to.
And quite frankly, it's not that I don't want to. It's just I don't follow the Stars. I've never been a Stars fan. I've actually been a New Jersey Devils fan. Why? Because the Stars weren't here when I started watching hockey.
Crazy people.
I like Martin Brodeur, the Beezer. That's what got me into hockey. That's what got me into the Devils. And at the time, the Stars were in Minnesota, and they were successful.
Right, talking about the Devils.
The Devils, right.
A long time ago.
Well, not that long ago, bro.
Oh, okay.
So see, this is...
We talking about a couple of decades ago? You're referencing the 90s, like 94, 95?
Actually, they won like 3 years ago.
I'm talking about...
The Devils.
You referenced Martin Brodeur.
Yeah, that was decades ago, but the Devils have won since the Stars have won. So let's get this straight, okay?
That's fine. I have nothing.
Decades ago they won?
Huh?
Says the one that's older than me.
I am slightly older than you, yes. I own mine.
The top of your head says you're older than a lot of
salt
people.
And pepper. A little salt and pepper.
It's more sugar than salt, bro. And pepper. Yeah.
So anyway, Stars won their game 7.
Stars won their game 7.
So now they get a chance. And I don't know none of these boys.
No.
But they winning.
Look.
I just know the goalie is 6'7". I think his name is Bishop. They got a guy named Seguin.
Yeah.
And he's, I guess, the Mike Modano of this team.
Right.
See, that's the only thing I know.
No, I mean, look, they have a first-year coach. You know what I'm saying? And they have a young team. They skating well. No, they're not my team, but yes, I follow hockey. Look, no one expected them to be here.
Right.
Let's just put it out there very plain. No one expected them to be here. They had a very rough start to the season, but now it looks like they're cruising. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Bishop, he's just the man right now. And so when you have
saves.
Look, when you have a hot goaltender,
when you
have a hot netminder, bro, I'm telling you, it makes up for so many other things that are glaringly obvious when he's not well. You know, and there are some games in there where it's like, what is he doing? But overall, I mean, the guys, that's it.
I mean, that's the thing. They have made it to the final 8 of the championship round as far as their playoffs are concerned. Yeah. So we got to tip our hats to the Stars, black dudes understanding what's going on in hockey.
Hey, man, look, first of all, you know, there's definitely some black players that still playing, a lot of players that play. So, you know, it's not just a sport for the other types of persons.
Right.
You know, I say expand your mind, get into what you like. Like, I like curling. Like, I'm trying to get on that Olympic curling team personally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's cold. I get it. Get a jacket. But, you know
but that's the thing,
me,
though.
man.
Hey,
that's
if
me.
If we learn anything from Cool Runnings, go ahead.
I'm so tired of that movie, though.
Jamaican
bobsled team.
If they can make it.
I don't want to hear that song. Let's move on, because before you start singing that song,
I'm not going to sing the song.
You're going to sing the song.
I'm not going to sing it.
Don't sing the song. He about to start. Let's go to the next one. What's the next one, dude? You gonna start?
The NBA playoffs have been happening. They have been advancing.
Playoffs?
I know, right?
Yo.
So, oh my gosh, how do we start this without talking about Logo Lillard? How do we start this without
Dame
the
time?
50-piece?
Dame time?
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
There's so many things we could talk about, but I guess my first point is,
right.
You know, if we didn't know the excellence of Damian Lillard,
yes,
now is the time. Because he has been fantastic for so long.
He has.
He's up there in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
Just kind of chilling.
And that's the problem, though.
Small market team.
It's not only small market, it's also time. So you talking like last night, man, that game ended at like 12 midnight here. You know, and I stayed up and watched it, but it was like, oh my gosh, bro, when is this going to end?
Right.
And it ended in regular session. But I tell you what, though, man, that dude, and they showed where he did pretty much the same thing 5 years ago, right? Same type of shot that he had, 37 feet out, bro.
Right, he's killing it, though.
37 feet. And
the extreme confidence that he has to say, okay, Paul George, I see you in front of me. I see that we got 8 seconds left.
Yeah.
I'm just going to dribble this ball. Like, I'm looking at him like, shouldn't you be making your move to the cup? And he's like, no, I'm going to do this 3/4 sidestep, step back.
Yeah.
And it's like, nothing.
I mean, look,
they're
tied up at 115. They got the confidence going in. They're on, you know, and it was a matter of runs.
And I mean, he's like, bye-bye.
Yeah. And like, dude, that was the best.
He put this team on his back. Like I said, it's a 50-piece.
Yeah.
And then it's against.
Yeah.
And I saw this online. I think I got a reference in Westbrook.
Look, man, that dude's a dynamic player.
Wow.
Call it what you want to. He didn't show up when he needed to in a lot of moments, but dude, he carried. Between him and George, there is no team. Let's just be honest.
So now we shifted to Westbrook. Here's my thing. So years ago, we actually used to talk about how can we maximize Westbrook's value.
Right.
And one of the things I always thought to do with him because of his decision making was get an actual pass first point guard to play with him at the same time, putting him at the 2.
But you can't do that.
George maybe at the 3, or at that time, Durant at the 3.
Right.
And see, now we're seeing, first off, why are you shooting some terrible running in the lane shot with a taller defender with like 12 seconds left on the clock?
Listen.
Like, he has bad decision making to be a point guard of his team, to where Paul George, if Paul George was legitimately their number 1 scoring option, Paul George is actually backing up away from the 3-point line so he can actually receive the ball and to create his move.
I get that.
Who told you to shoot this ball with such a bad shot? Like, that's my thing, is I know he's going to get killed basically for all his antics and all this. I'm hype. And yes, you are a freak athlete at the point guard spot. But at the end of the day, the point guard, one of the jobs is to be the leader, the facilitator of the team, and he called his own number.
First of all,
and he's not that great to call his own number.
First of all, you know the NBA has changed now to where you have point forwards, point centers. I mean, you know, we're going to talk about your man, the Joker, but look, at the end of it, this dude put up a 20-20-20. He's averaging a triple-double. For 3 seasons straight.
That's fine.
So, hold on, no. So,
has he gotten out the first round?
Hold on. He has before with Durant. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. They need that third option. They got to have Grant. Grant did a great job.
So you're saying Steven Adams is not that guy?
Steven Adams is not that guy.
But here's the thing about post players. As every post player knows, you need somebody to actually give you the ball.
True.
To be that third guy.
I'll give you that. But that's not their team.
Because last time I checked, KG needed a Rondo, a Pierce, an Allen to give him the ball.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that?
That's fine, but we're talking about post players, right?
We're talking about a complete team that's able to take what they have and be able to get over that hump. And here's the deal, okay? You can look at Golden State and say, wait a minute, they don't have a true quote unquote post player other than Draymond Green, and even at that, that's
he can post up Durant. He's so wonderful in the post. Ask Patrick Beverley about him being posted up.
Okay.
Ask Drew Holiday last year about him posting up.
But
he's the post up.
But here's the thing, though. You have 3 other legitimate options on that team besides Draymond that can.
Why even talk about Draymond?
Because it goes back to the point of
he
have.
Knows his role.
No, here's the point. The point is you have Westbrook and you have George.
Right.
Who else you got? As far as just exactly.
That's what I said.
So to the point.
Potentially you could have a Steven Adams, but the problem is obviously.
For what?
What do you mean for what?
I mean, yes, for post, but again, who is your third major scoring option? You gotta have.
Right now, it's Dennis Schroeder.
Let's move on.
Why should we move on?
Let's move on.
You don't believe Schroeder could be that guy?
Schroeder can be, but he's not a starter. He's not the starter.
He was a starter in Atlanta.
He's in OKC. I don't know if you know that.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right, but
so he's not there.
I'm saying this. We've got to get the ball out of Westbrook's hands. Let's maximize his athleticism. And even though he's a 10-year veteran, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's get the ball out of his hands. Let's give the. So I need somebody beside him that can be his complement.
So
since he plays 100 miles an hour, I would like to see somebody like a Mike Conley or your boy, maybe a Ricky Rubio, somebody that can take the decision making out of his hands.
But here's the problem with that.
Late game, Rubio or Conley can say, "Let's feed the ball to George."
He's not going to do that.
Look, I mean,
so when Rubio passes him the ball, guess what happens? No, when Rubio passes Westbrook the ball, guess what happens?
The ball sticks.
It stops right there.
Right.
So you bringing in so this is what you've done. You've brought in another player on the court who cannot shoot as well as Adams. Right? Let's be clear. Okay, Adams gives you more points. So now you're taking out whatever that third position or that 4, which would be Grant, who actually did well, and I think with some more time, he could be a very valuable option. So, but you're taking him out to put in a point guard that's not going to give you points.
No, the point guard can get you points.
Not Ricky Rubio.
So here's my thing about that. My thing is this.
Not that one.
You have a point guard who is a facilitator.
Okay.
Who can't shoot. Okay. Look here. He can shoot.
Why'd you look to the side when you said
that?
Is that's a lot.
Like, let's say
when you look to the side, no. When you look to the side stuff, that means you're trying to think of something. You're lying.
To prove a point.
There's no point.
I'm trying to prove a point.
Can we move on?
They've been asking for Robinson to come back. You know, he's their new self.
How are we talking about OKC now? They're out.
They are out. But I'm trying to talk about how do you get this team to be better? Because they're stuck with Westbrook's contract. George has obviously said he's got to stay.
Yeah.
He re-upped.
Yeah.
They got Adams for, I believe, 2 more years.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help Westbrook say, look, obviously we've seen the best that you can do as a number 1 option. Yes, he blinds us with triple-double excitement. Mm-hmm. You know, he is the new Oscar Robinson. Mm-hmm. That is fantastic. Mm-hmm. But Oscar Robinson needed Lou Alcindor to win a chip.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to think to myself, and this is why I'm trying to talk to you, Mr. 80-20 voice of reality.
What's reality?
What can we do to help Westbrook out? And my thing is take the ball out of his hands, and then let's maximize his strengths, which is his athleticism.
When he has the ball.
Finishing ability.
So when he's at the top of the key, he's going to the basket.
But that's a good decision sometimes and a bad decision sometimes.
But that's the decision he's going to make.
The point guard can actually put him in a one-on-one situation to where he can break that other guy down.
But you have to look at how he plays. Westbrook does not play from the wing. He doesn't.
Why not? He can.
When has he done that?
He tried it yesterday, obviously. That's
no, he didn't. No,
he took that ball from the wing and then drove.
He did it for 3 minutes, and then was like, "Nah, bump this. I'm going straight up the middle," and that's what he did for the rest of the game. That's what the dude is.
That's been his MO for such a long time.
So now 10 years in, he's
gonna change. Old dog new tricks?
No.
Poor
you should know.
City.
You should know you old. You want to move on now?
That stings a bit.
Who else? Don't say,
Let's
go
do it
ahead.
here. Okay, we stay in the West. We go to the East.
Wherever you want to. It's your day.
Oh, my gosh.
I love you like a play cousin on my third side.
Shut up. Okay, Golden State Warriors had already advanced. Man. They're waiting.
Yeah.
Okay. Houston, Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell had a fantastic game 4. And right now it's 3-1.
Yeah.
And Houston's still going to close it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We've talked about the wonderful Portland Trail Blazers.
Man. They ain't time.
Good. I'm telling you. I told you they was going to go to the Western Conference Finals. I still got that pretty much good. Okay, then we have, again, San Antonio's experience versus Denver's talent and experience.
This is not the same San Antonio.
Well, they don't have an ultra megastar like Tim Duncan.
So this is not the same San Antonio.
B-plus talent.
Not the same San Antonio. And I said this last week. I said, look, as much as pop is pop, that's great.
Yep.
You still have to have talent on the court.
Yep.
And when you don't have that talent on the court, you now have an issue where, you take all of the coaching that you have and they try to do what you want them to do, but they are just not capable of doing it. You have a great Denver team on that other side that now are saying, oh, we can not only win one game against you, or we about to win this series.
Well, it should have been like that at the beginning. Obviously, you're the second seed. And so here's my thing with this. At least this year during the regular season, every time Denver, or most of the time Denver, has gone up against a quote-unquote elite team, they have got their whooped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So my main thing when I was looking at this bracket was, which one is going to triumph out? Yeah. Is it going to be the talent? Is it going to be Jokic being the distributor? And with all those wonderful shooters, Barton, Murray, all these other guys, is that going to resolve over the Spurs?
Yes.
And the Spurs obviously have LA. They've got DeMar DeRozan. They've got the new boy, White, who's fantastic.
White is nice.
I'm telling you, I would love to see him and Murray in the same backcourt.
Yeah.
And I would like to see what they do for next year. So the future is still somewhat kind of bright for the Spurs.
It is, but
I do think Denver is going to learn by this series how to win. And then it's going to be, I think, 7. I think they got to go back game 6 to San Antonio.
Yep.
And I do think that Denver, unfortunately, will lay an egg. And I think, obviously, then you go to back to Denver, and now you win that game. And then, now see, when they get Trailblazers after that, they go hit a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They go hit a buzzsaw. His name is Lillard. The other buzzsaw's name is C.J. McCollum.
Let me tell you who else I loved watch playing again. It's a person that we should know here in the Dallas area.
Okay.
Last name Aminu Farouk.
Aminu.
Look here, man.
He's got a home.
That dude.
He's played his role.
He played well in Dallas.
I didn't want to see him go.
Listen, I loved watching this kid play.
Yeah.
And at the time, he was a kid. Now you have seen his game really, really get better.
He's grown.
And you're right. He's found a home. He fits within that system and team.
But it makes sense, though, because Stotts used to be our guy, our assistant guy, below Carlisle, went to Portland, and then all of a sudden Aminu goes to Portland, and he knows how to maximize his old boy's talent.
And he's doing that.
And so, I am happy for him.
Yeah, Portland, when I watched the game last night, it was just a back and forth. And I knew it was going to be a hard series anyway because that's just what it is. But when Denver comes in, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. I think it's actually going to be, very interesting to see, like I said. And I don't know who's going to win that, to be honest with you. I think Portland may come out in 7. No less than 6. I just don't think.
No, I think I had Portland in 7 just because I wrote down here Jokic cannot be average in this series coming up
Correct.
against Portland.
Correct.
He cannot be average. He has got to be the all-star.
Yeah.
He has got to be the number one option for his team. He cannot have, for example, 12, and 7.
Yeah.
For him, unfortunately, that is average.
Yeah.
He needs to be a scorer. He needs to be aggressive.
He's got to be everything. But here's the thing about Joker, though. He can do it. But you're right. He has to show up. But I think the series... Because
you got to battle wills at some point.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Dame showed you his will as to where Westbrook tried.
Yeah.
But that's the thing we noticed, too. Westbrook seemed to give his best in the first half.
Yeah.
And then second half...
It was rough. It was rough, man.
And then another thing, too, I was listening to ESPN. They were talking about how Dame, at the end of the series, obviously, was showing his friends that, I took Westbrook the whole time, offensively and defensively, as to where Westbrook, when it's time to play defense, he starts pointing, and he'd be like, you get Dame, I'm going to switch.
Yeah.
Like, even on the last play.
Yeah.
First off, again, bad decision for that shot. Yeah. Then he's jogging up the court, and he's pointing, somebody get Lillard. Ain't that your man? I mean, I'm sorry, we are children of the 80s and 90s.
Gotcha.
As to where that's my man. Let me go dig him
him
up.
I got him.
Yeah. And now, everybody switch. Go get your man.
Analytics. It's the numbers. The numbers say. What else we got,
Lord
man?
Jesus. Okay, let's bounce to the East.
Yeah.
Okay, Toronto, done series, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Philly, done series, yes.
Yes.
So now we have Toronto versus the 76ers.
And
you're changing your pick at all? Remind us what your pick was.
I believe mine was Philly.
Okay, so mine was Philly and Sixers.
Yeah, mine's Philly.
And I wrote down here because of Lowry.
Yeah.
He's another one. He's got to change his playoff fortunes as well. Because my thing is this, they lay an egg in this round, they need to get rid of him.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, there's obviously a point guard already on that roster who should be able to start.
Well, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm not gonna say his name.
I don't think you even have to if you follow any kind of sports.
Keep it up, man.
Free.
Okay, so we got a few more moments. Let's hit up this probably most anticipated matchup, which is the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Team Giannis.
Yeah.
Versus Kyrie and them boys.
See, man, okay. This frustrates me because I want this to be my Eastern Conference Finals. Like I want my Houston Rockets and my Golden State to be the Western Conference Finals. And I'm getting them in the semis.
Right.
And though it's great TV.
Right.
Now, I want that later because it's going to be a letdown. Because to me, whoever wins this wins the East. Whoever wins Houston Golden State wins the West.
Well, see, okay, this is what we talked about pre-show.
Yeah.
Look, tell Houston and Boston to get their sugar honey iced tea together at the beginning of the year.
Look, man.
And don't sit there, it's the All-Star break. We can turn it on now. I mean, that's
First
the thing.
of all, like we talked about, though, you have a different dynamic. Boston was a different dynamic. You can't say, it's the same team. It wasn't the same team. Kyrie wasn't on the team, right? He wasn't playing.
Right.
He was in and out. He was playing. And even when they got to the playoffs, he wasn't there. Hayward had been out the whole season and wasn't in there for the whole. So, I mean, you have two big dynamic persons and personalities that's on the team that's not playing, that are playing now.
Right.
So it's a different team. You can't say, we can switch it on and switch it off. You can't do that. Even the greatest players, I believe of all time that have switched teams or gone to different teams or had different people come in, they couldn't do it.
You mean like LeBron?
I mean like Shaq. Oh, we forgot that one, huh? We forgot that one, huh?
No, I don't mind that.
Because, he real quick to show me, I got this ring.
He got that ring in 2006 because of Lonzo Mourning. I'm still holding my guns to that. Shaq, you better thank Zoe.
But couldn't win in Cleveland.
What did he say?
Remember, he went to Cleveland.
Fifth ring for the. What did he say? Fifth thing for the ring?
I'm saying.
Okay.
He went there. So you have to look at the dynamic, man. It's just different.
And you say that Milwaukee is going to win this upcoming series, yes?
I believe so.
Okay.
7.
Is this what you had prior on tape?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had Boston at 7. And I only had Boston, I said it for experience.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. If somehow they can slow Giannis down.
Right.
And see, this is kind of the case where maybe you let Giannis go off for 40, but you got to hold everybody else.
And to me,
Middleton, Bledsoe, Mirotic.
And Bledsoe was
Lopez.
killing them. Bledsoe was killing them
I
in
know,
the
this
last
the
game.
same Bledsoe that I couldn't stand in Phoenix. Ball hog Bledsoe.
Well, guess what? He ain't that way in Milwaukee.
Right, but he got a squad. He know he ain't got to be the guy now neither.
So, and that's why I really like this team in the East.
Small market too.
Small market, whatever, but it's
But
a
the
team.
GM is doing what they got to do.
It's a team that's put together to win, and they want to win as a team.
Right, but they complement each other too. You got a
There you
freak
go.
like Giannis.
Team.
No pun intended.
Team.
But then that's the thing.
intended,
You got
but it's good.
a
It's a good
stretch five
Yeah.
in Lopez.
Yeah.
You traded for a
Who's
stretch
with-
four in
look,
Mirotic.
Lopez.
No, the Lakers didn't even want Lopez to go. Like, if we're bringing LeBron James in,
Yeah.
Brook is going to be a perfect complement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, look, Lopez looks great. Yeah,
I'm looking at GM Magic through this camera.
First of all,
Come
it
on,
was
man.
basketball operations, and
Rob Pelinka.
who is still the GM. Still
This is what every Laker fan is.
the GM.
Really? Really? You chose Lance Stevenson
Yeah.
over Brook Lopez.
Gotta get Lance. Gotta get him. Lance
Speaking
Stevens.
of, man,
Mr. Lance, I'm gonna blow in your ear and untie your shoe.
that still looks fruity. Like, when I YouTube that up,
Oh, you YouTubed it? You nasty. I don't need to see another man blowing another man's ear.
can we talk about the Texas Rangers? Can
Yeah, we
move
sure
on?
can. Let's.
Thank you.
Oh, now you want to move on?
Hold on, let me blow that last segment away.
That's you, Lance Stevenson. That's for you.
Man, you know.
Yo, these Texas Rangers, what are they doing?
They winning.
Oh my God!
And
what?
it's this vagabond,
Wait, you didn't even know what to call them.
this, box of misfit toys.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like the pitching staff, get
It's
out of
garbage.
here! It's so bad.
It's garbage.
On paper.
Mike, the quote unquote guy slotted in the #1 spot.
Yeah.
Mike Minor.
Yeah.
He can't get on nobody else's rotation. But for us,
Hey,
he's the #1
you're the
guy.
ace. You're our ace.
So we
You're
went
an
from
ace.
Cole Hamels,
Yes.
from Yu Darvish,
Yes.
to Mike Minor.
I'm okay with you though, because you apparently.
He has been trash ever since his surgeries.
Gosh.
That was a good, yeah.
I'm okay with that. JD, good job.
Yu Darvish has been like, ooh, Darvish. Like,
Ew. Ew, Darvish.
Yeah.
Ew. Yeah, it's pretty bad, bro. It's pretty bad for that. But like I said, they've been hitting, but they've been doing it with defense.
yes.
And that's the one thing that surprised me, because that was the one thing I said, ooh, we're going to have some issues here on that defensive side. Look, the Rangers have always had hitting.
They've had to.
They've had it since, Jose Shoot 'em Up Canseco. I mean, they've always had hitting.
Okay.
Now you have defense, and you have some pitching.
Timely hitting.
Timely
And
hitting.
here's
I
the
even
thing,
say that.
though. So last year, Joey Gallo,
Yeah.
when he would hit home runs,
Yeah.
nobody would be on base. Like, it would be that A-Rod thing,
Right.
where you got the numbers, but they
Yeah.
would be quote-unquote empty stats.
Right. Look at his
Now,
ribbies. Where's his ribbies?
He's still hitting, like, what is that, 200 average, 8
Yeah.
home runs, but now people are on base.
Them ribbies.
Chu is
Yeah.
actually hitting, and it's not July and August.
Yep.
Odor stay on the disabled list because he wasn't hitting anything.
And the Shields is looking fairly better than he has been.
And then this other guy that got in for Beltray, Cabrera.
Yeah.
Where the hell did he come from?
Hey, man.
I know we're trying to keep it G, but
He's been around.
where?
He's been around.
Say, bro, thank you.
Hey, I'm saying, look, it's been one of those things where you looked at it like, wow, this is
And we
amazing.
keep sweeping the Astros. Like, didn't the Astros put a foot off in our bus
Oh
last
my
year?
gosh, bro, they were knee deep.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a great one.
They were knee deep up in that Ranger boo.
Knee deep, off in.
Off
so
in.
we're 12-11. With
Okay.
this
It's a game over 500.
Ragtag, bad news, Bears.
Look, for this moment in the season.
3 games back of the number 1 team.
Again, this moment in the season, that's amazing compared to what I thought we were going to be.
I'm saying.
I thought
we were going to have a clinch hold on the worst team in the league.
When you saw the first series, and you're like, ooh, this is...
Right, this is exactly what we expected.
Yeah.
We knew exactly who they were, and we let them off the hook.
We let them off the hook. Because we knew.
Yeah.
That's who they are.
That's it.
But I'm telling you, man, when you saw, dude, what you're seeing now and how they're getting into the A's, you're like, what? Really? Because the A's are supposed to be a pretty good team, pretty decent team. Look, man, I'm very excited. I mean, I'm gonna go to a Rangers game because that's what I do every year. But it's
Don't drag me there.
But now, well, yeah.
Well, my thing is, you can drag me there, but don't put me in those medium seats. I mean, if we're in a room.
So why don't you get into a medium size?
I'm not medium. But see,
don't blame the seats. The seats didn't do nothing. It's you.
It's you. Now you want to make me cuss.
Why? You look good. You look medium now. You look like you can fit in this medium.
I'm just XL now. I've come down from 3X to like. If I breathe hard, I could be XL. Okay. Wow. But here's my thing. You should be just as uncomfortable as me.
I know how to shift my body.
Is that what that is?
That's what it is.
Oh.
I shift my body.
Okay.
I know how to move.
Okay. Okay. That's the thing. You say this stuff. I don't even know how to respond to that. You know how to move.
Shift. I know how to shift my body.
Every time you get me, I'm like, man, we got to move on. Good thoughts on the Rangers, though.
Good. Hey, real good thoughts.
Just hope that they
keep it together.
I don't even want to say win too much.
Keep it together.
Just develop the talent. Whatever talent you play.
Yep.
Because obviously we're not good enough to win anything, and I don't want it to be a Maverick situation where you're too good not to get a great player.
Yep.
And nobody comes here in free agency.
Right.
So I'm just like, let's develop the talent that we do.
Yeah, but understand, baseball is totally different than any other sport in where you truly have a farm system that you go through. System? And they have one in place.
Yes.
They have one in place. Now, whether you utilize it and utilize it well, that's another thing.
Okay.
But what I've noticed is that they've used their farm system as a bargaining chip and bargaining tools and trading tools.
How did we get Cole Hamels? How did we get?
We traded away Future.
Jonathan LaCroix.
Yeah.
The all-star catcher, I believe, from
we traded
Milwaukee,
away our future.
Who had a couple of good months with us, and then he fell off the map.
We traded our future. So, yes, going through the farm system.
And here's the thing, too. When you do have a guy who has a future, you got to pick which ones can actually do work.
That's true.
Because
for your team.
I remember for the longest time, what's the guy's name? He was a shortstop / Profar.
We
could. There was one time in Profar's career that we could trade him for a legitimate starter.
Yes.
And they just kept him. And unfortunately, him slipping his bathtub, whatever, he got hurt. Like 2 consecutive years in a row, and he was never that same player.
That's a Roy Tarpley thing, man. I mean,
drugs?
No.
I'm sorry. We went from falling in the bathroom and drugs.
No, when he dropped that water cooler on his foot and broke his foot, and he was out for the season.
That's drugs.
I felt it by seat.
Yo, if you drop a water cooler on your foot.
But he was bringing it in for the practice, I guess he said.
You got people for that. That's what they call equipment managers.
I don't know. He wanted to get his life right. He wanted to help. He wanted to help. He's a helper.
Let's pray for Roy Tarpley. Oh, my gosh.
Yo.
All right, main event time.
Woo, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Let's do it.
Whose music was that, by the way? What did you try to do?
That was like kind of Rocky.
No. Oh, that's what that was, Rocky?
A little bit.
Wow. Okay, 2019. And that's
see how I'm looking at you. You see how I'm looking at you.
I can give a rat's ass. How you looking at me?
Whoa.
See, I tell you, you're taking me there today.
Whoa.
We might have some bleeps.
Hey.
I'm trying to keep it PC. So anyway, first pick, Cardinals.
IDGG.
What is that?
We'll talk. All right, so Cardinals, they're on the clock.
Write it down on a slip of paper. That way I can cuss you out.
Nah.
Okay. What did you say? IGGG.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Main event time, folks. Here we go. NFL. And it's tomorrow night, matter of fact.
The first round goes down tomorrow night.
Coming to your house, right?
Come to the crib. Just him. Come to the crib. Yeah, y'all can come to. Come to the crib. It's gonna be nice, yo.
Okay.
Gonna have fun.
Arizona Cardinals, #1 pick. What are your thoughts? Who are they picking? Why are they picking? Who they're picking? This is where I need you to talk. Come on, man. Rapid fire. Pow, pow, pow.
Okay, rapid fire. Who should they pick? An offensive lineman. What will they pick?
That's it.
What will they pick? A quarterback.
Okay. So you don't like Josh Rosen? Is it too early on Josh Rosen?
It's too early. New coach.
Right.
New system.
Right.
No offensive lineman.
None.
Who's he throwing to?
Larry Fitzgerald. Yo, he keeps himself in great shape. He's still 6'4".
He is.
He been there since Tecmo Bowl.
Yes. True. No. Super Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, there you go.
Super Tecmo Bowl.
See, and I feel bad now that I said that because technically he's been there since I know at least 2K5.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. 2K.
When Bolden was his running mate.
Yes.
Bolden done retired now and got a business.
Bro, he was there. He was there with who's on 2K? I can't remember now.
Many fingers. I don't know what this is.
From Philly, the receiver from Philly. We had him. We dropped him.
No.
Owens. Yes, he's been in since Owens.
Yeah, he has. Terrell.
Yeah, he's been in since Terrell Owens, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So look, I'm telling you, man.
So, but this is why I like
my man Kenny over there. I love.
Oh yeah, no, Kenny.
Get on the mic,
shots.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Get on the mic, Kenny. Get over there.
This is why I want them to get Murray.
Number 13 quarterback.
I want them to get Murray because look, if you got a quarterback that's going to run for his life anyway, he might as well have some speed.
Might as well.
To me, height doesn't matter when you don't have a line.
Yeah.
What for? So, and then the whole argument about Murray's height.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, at Oklahoma University or whatever, OU, offensive linemen are still 6'5" there.
Yep. Yes, sir.
He had no problem throwing 42 touchdowns and 8 picks.
Not at all.
So why is it now at the next level, his height?
Because that's what they do. In the NFL, what they do is they say, look, we have guidelines. It's a
prototype.
It's a follow lead. We follow what everybody else does. So if everybody else has a 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" quarterback, then we have to have a 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" quarterback.
We don't. Rob Johnson proved us that. Remember Rob Johnson versus Doug Flutie?
Yes, of course.
Dumbass Wade Phillips. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I know that would cut me to the core, man.
Look,
man, this dude has been good since '85. Talking about Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
And you don't play him because of his height.
Of course
Shut
not.
up. Don't
Okay,
you want
how tall is
people to
Wilson from Seattle?
Wilson
Barely
6'1".
6 feet?
Yeah.
6'1"?
He's like 6 foot, 6'1".
Baseball player, right?
Yeah. You're correct.
Almost a carbon copy.
Everything you're saying is correct.
Right.
So there
Drew
should not be.
Brees, 5'11".
Listen, there should not be an issue as far as his height. Can the dude play on the next level? The answer is yes.
Is going to be yes.
But they already have a quarterback. Run with what you have. You know what? If I were the GM, I would actually trade my first pick, move back, get some more picks so that I can bolster up my team. You got nothing. You got nothing. Nothing.
Right.
No offensive line.
Well,
No
here's the
offensive
thing,
line.
unless
No
you go back
defensive
to
line.
college.
No cornerbacks.
You got one. You got Patrick Peterson. But I'm saying, if he's going to pull a college life and he's going to play both ways on offense or on the offense and defense like he did in college.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Just
and then
trade
the
pick.
back, I think David Johnson.
Yeah.
He's been hurt like 3 consecutive
Trade
years.
back. Get you because
No,
of
I get
O-line.
it. I get it. Use
Trade
the
back.
pick for value.
Yep.
Get as much as you can.
Yep.
I promise. I do understand that.
They're gonna pick Kyler Murray though.
The problem is, as an owner, though, you do need somebody that's gonna to give some positivity to your ill-gotten franchise.
Yeah.
So Murray has already got box office value.
Sure.
Like
he's gonna put butts in the seats.
Not pick him.
He's gonna put butts in the seats. And you know,
And
Kingsbury knows.
My thing is too, though.
Yeah.
I do have a similar opinion to you.
Yeah.
My thing is, don't trade the pick. Trade Rosen. I mean, you're obviously saying he's not our guy.
Yeah.
There's no reason to have two guys of similar age.
Yeah.
When you already are saying this guy's going to be our guy.
I agree.
Let Rosen grow somewhere else. Obviously, there are teams, Miami, who needs quarterbacks. You see what I'm saying?
Washington.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Washington needs him.
Yes.
That's a real deal.
that is a real deal.
Yeah. See, we let Kenny on the mic now. We can't shut him up. That's good, though.
So I didn't know
That's
this
good.
was 70, 20, 10.
Hey.
That's all right, though.
You still got that 10, huh?
My
Yo,
guy
number
got the
2.
10. You know, I've been trying to be good all day.
Let's go with
The
the
A
2, bro.
on your chest does not stand for Avengers. It stands for home.
Thanos. Yo, shout out. Go see that movie.
Trash, though.
Whatever.
Anyway, number 2 pick. Boy, you getting my ire up today.
I think he won in the last movie. Go ahead.
San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, we forgot that.
No, ain't no forgot.
All right, San Francisco 49ers. We run out of time here. So, biggest needs, you know what I'm saying, wide receiver.
They do.
That's what they need, man. They need a wide receiver in that spot, bro.
And what's the quarterback's name? The guy with the funny name, Gafalafago? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, my God.
I don't know, man.
Garofalo?
Yeah, that's it. Zach
You're
Galifianakis. I don't.
You're horrible.
The dude they got from New England.
You're
He's
horrible.
really good.
So who should they get at that wide receiver spot, man?
So you're already saying pick a wide receiver this early.
Yeah.
You don't want to bolster up their defense, and they need it.
I mean, yeah, they need it, but I would say, and here's the thing. In this draft, there are a lot of good defensive linemen that are coming out.
Yes.
So, yeah, you could, but I mean, how many good wide receivers you got out there? If you're a second
here's my
pick,
thing is, unless there's a Randy Moss in this draft,
yeah,
or somebody that can immediately impact your team,
mm-hmm.
you're right. Maybe trade down and go get the receiver that you want.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody will like Joey Bosa, maybe an edge rusher enough to trade up.
Yeah. And they're probably going to pick.
My thing is this too: you got to stop people. I know that they traded for D Ford, but obviously that's not going to be enough.
No. And they're going to pick Bosa.
And you in this pass happy league, so I don't mind getting an end.
No, that's not. And like I said, I'd say receiver because again, who they got.
So would you reach for Metcalf already at this pick? Is he your clear-cut number one option for college?
I would have to say he is.
Wow, man.
Because I mean, after Metcalf, and the dude out of I can't even remember now. But I mean, past him, it's just very thin.
Well, I guess my thing is this: just be careful of receivers going in like the top 5, just because from memory, it's hard to recollect what top 5 receiver has been worth such a high pick and has produced over time.
We'll have to look that up.
Like
We'll have to put that out there. We'll have to look it up. All right, number 3.
Ooh, the New York Jets.
The Jets. Jets. Jets.
They just need talent.
Yeah, pretty much.
And who's the guy? Le'Veon Bell with them.
Yes. So they don't need a running back. They're good. They should be good there.
Who's going to block?
That's what I was just about to say, though. They need blocking. They need an edge rusher.
They need a lot, especially like say it's on defense.
They definitely need somebody to get after that. Get after the QB.
Now again, we're talking about Bosa. We're talking about maybe a Josh Allen from Kentucky. We're talking about Quentin Williams, big, bulky, fast, defensive tackle from Alabama. My thing is get the Alabama cat because them Jews play pro in college anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my thing is this: if they just addressed a need, I hate to say this, but regardless which player it is, it should theoretically help them because whoever that they draft, they should plug in day one.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're in the first round, you should play. You should play automatic.
Matter of fact, no, it's first 2 rounds. My thing is this: first 2 rounds should be starter, then everything else is maybe a specialist, somebody that can help your team. Maybe third down back, slot receiver.
No, not in third, not in
maybe
your third,
a
fourth,
starter,
and fifth.
somebody who could be a starter but maybe has behavioral issues.
Backup. I'd say they're a backup. Third and fourth are backup. Second is to me. Second is more of the backup. Hey, they need a year. Maybe they just weren't. Whatever the case may be, they just need some time. They and all they need is just a season, maybe half a season. The third, fourth round, that's your clear cut backup. They're good, but they need a little bit more, especially your underclassmen. A lot of your underclassmen, guys that have problems on the outside and they need to come back. So, and get back into this whole thing, suspended guys and stuff like that. Yeah.
Should that be a standard?
It should be, but, again, you see guys.
Because look at Tom Brady, right?
Well, yeah, Tom Brady.
So it's based
6th
on
round
talent.
pick.
Yeah.
But
that's
that's the
rare,
thing,
though.
about the draft is
Yeah.
obviously you're trying to draft the best player
Yep.
for your needs.
Yep.
Hopefully, who fits your scheme.
Yeah.
Now, somebody comes out of nowhere. Obviously, you can say, "I picked that."
Yeah.
But for every Tom Brady, there's all these other dudes ahead of Tom
Oh,
Brady
yeah.
that did not make it.
I mean, look
so
at-
that's exactly what this is. This is a draft that you hope for the best
Yeah.
and obviously pray that they do well. Like
Yeah.
Taco.
Well, there
And
it
then
is.
why did some of those players drop? Wasn't necessarily based on talent.
Well,
it was
that's the
based on
thing.
something else.
Gregory dropped because
Yeah.
of that whole drug thing, and now look at us 2 years later.
But I think it's also competition. You look at Dak Prescott, 4th round, and it was based on, well, he's not, he as a quarterback, his team, as it were, just didn't do well in the SEC. But you got to look who you
But
play in the
that's
SEC.
SEC.
But and then you have to look at the rest of the team. So football is very tough when you start, trying to judge and
Right.
evaluate
Right.
because it is such a team sport
Right.
that you need not only the other 10, but
Right,
you actually
need
need the,
all parts to work.
look,
to
you
be
need
successful.
all you need
That's a great
all
point.
22. You need all 22 to evaluate a player, and that's hard to do to evaluate 22. That's why you don't have as many busts in NBA, percentage-wise, as you do in the NFL, because it's only 5, and you can, as one player, can take over a game in NBA. But in the NFL, you need everybody.
Right.
You need everybody.
And then as opposed to as well. And
Yeah.
again, great point. You have 19, 20-year-olds
Yeah.
versus, 22
Yeah.
to 35-year-olds.
Right.
You have young men going up against grown
Yeah.
men.
A dollar sign.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's fair though.
Like, you got a kid talking about, I want to play in the NFL because it's my dream.
Yeah.
As opposed to reality.
Yeah.
I need this roster spot to support my family.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
I got 3 kids. I got a kid.
What you gonna do? So let's do it.
Man.
Let's go to the next one.
John Gruden's team is next. The
man.
Oakland Raiders.
The Raiders. Bruh.
Defense, man.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they didn't have defense with Khalil Mack. Not that they didn't have a number
He
one
gone.
option in Cooper.
He gone.
Man, look at here. I just hope
tough.
well, he got a 10-year deal, right?
Yeah.
So we shall see.
We
I mean, I don't. Yeah, that quote to me just fits because
shall
now
see.
he has a chance, obviously, to
Yeah.
put an imprint on this team.
Yeah. Yeah, they
But
need to go linebacker
holy
though.
moly!
Linebacker or edge rusher.
Here's my thing: if you Oakland,
Yeah.
I gotta deal with Pat Mahomes for the next 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Every pick in this first 4 rounds should all be defense. Should be
Wow.
rushers. And I'm talking about pass rushers from the DE spot.
Yeah.
I'm talking about pass rushing from the defensive tackle spot.
Yeah.
I'm talking about rushers who blitz from the linebacker spot.
But-
you need pressure on this young phenom who has basically been like, I guess the closest story, or I guess metaphor I could push out to us is Randy Moss at the quarterback spot. Like
Yeah.
a rookie or first-year quarterback who has set this league on fire.
But here's
And you got to deal with that dude from now on.
but here's the problem though with doing that in your first, would you say 4 rounds?
Yeah.
Who is Derek Carr going to throw to?
Antonio Brown. Come on, man. There's Mr. YouTube, Mr. Social Media.
Okay.
You know, throw my teammates under the bus, but I got paid.
Now, after that, he is going to hand the ball off to.
I gotta look that
and that's the real question to me.
See, that's why they got Mike Mayock, right?
That offense has to generate points. You can have the greatest defense, but if you can't put up points, that's how you win the game.
I agree. And what do? We play.
We play to win the game. Man, we're going to have to rush through this, dude.
Hey, we can get at least to number 10 or whatnot.
Let's do that.
Right?
Let's do that.
Okay, bet.
So the Bucks at 5. Nah, we ain't getting that. Nah.
The Bucks
get
at
the rest.
5.
The Bucks at 5, bro. The Bucks at 5.
Okay, well, first off is what's old boy's name? Fake Cam Newton.
Are you talking about Haskins?
No, I'm talking about Winston.
Oh,
Jameis,
wow.
is he still gonna be there? He's still there, right?
Yeah.
And he's still gonna start.
That's what they've said.
Ugh.
He's worked that well.
Can the quarterback go here? I mean, obviously they got holes, but so here's the thing: the boy Deshaun Jackson left because old boy wasn't throwing him the ball.
Yes,
he got traded back to the Philly Eagles, which was a great signing.
Man, it really was.
Then they got the receiver from A&M,
Mike Evans.
He's legit.
He is, sir. He is, sir.
They have tools,
mm-hmm.
but like the dude who throws the ball, and I don't care if it's Fitzmagic or if it's Winston.
Only like Fitzmagic for like 5 games, though. So they got to pick and choose which 5 games they want, like 6 games. So I would just put him in for like just the games that are in your division.
Okay, so here's my thing.
NFC South, that's it.
This is my thing.
Carolina, New Orleans.
So if they, talking about Tampa Bay,
right,
are going to stay with Winston.
Which they are.
And so I definitely feel like we can talk about a quarterback who has turned the ball over at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So Winston is their Tony Romo. Okay? So if you're going to give them Winston for one more year at least, you've got to give him a back.
Yep.
That can alleviate the pressure of I got to make this play all on my own.
Yeah.
I've got to make this play because of my arm strength. I've got to make this play because it's the thing that I do.
I agree.
When basically you've been Westbrook, and now you are allowed to take all these bad shots, throw all these bad balls, and your stat line looks terrible, like maybe 280 yards. I'm going to give him that. You know, maybe 2 touchdowns to 4 picks.
Yeah.
So my thing is, and again, I know we're going to Alabama, but man, they have some thoroughbreds.
I mean,
maybe Josh Jacobs here at the spot.
Yeah.
Now again, if they address defense, I got no problem with that either.
They got to go linebacker.
Because you got to deal with the Saints, you got to deal with the Falcons.
Yeah.
So if they go defense here, again, and it seems like you said it earlier, this draft is chock full of edge rushers.
It really is.
They go there too.
Yeah.
But my thing is, if what's old boy's name? Winston, Jameis.
Yeah.
If that is the guy who you're rolling out day one as your starter,
that's what they got.
You've got to give him the ball to somebody who can alleviate that pressure.
We're gonna have to see. Like I said, I think they should go linebacker here. And just hope for the best. Because just hope for the best. Number 6, New York Giants.
If they don't take Dwayne Haskins.
Enough said. What they'll probably do, pick an edge rusher.
That's the thing. The closer that this draft has come, the onus has been we're not taking Haskins.
Yes.
Because the GM don't take quarterbacks.
No. And they have, and as he stated, they have a great, society. They got a good locker room there. Good conditions there. That's what he said. It's good there. It's good. 7.
So, oh my gosh.
7. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. Thank you, New York Giants, for again letting us get to that NFC East. Appreciate you. Number 7, Jacksonville Jaguars.
It seems like it's always the offensive side of the ball.
Hey.
And then the guys who they pick haven't quite worked out.
So
now, I still like Fournette. But the problem is, obviously, Bortles hasn't worked out. And now, they got Foles.
Yeah, they got Nick Foles. So why don't you protect him? Get you a lineman.
Okay.
Get you a lineman at this position. It's 7. It's good. You're going to get you a good lineman.
No linemen theoretically have been off the board.
No.
Right? So you can grab a tackle.
You grab whoever you want.
The first-rated tackle. You can grab the first-rated guard.
Yep.
Now, I'll say this. I'll agree with you with that just because if you give Foles and Fournette a lineman, it will hopefully open up holes for Fournette and keep a can-be-injured Nick Foles off of his back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Healthy.
Absolutely. I think that's it.
Paid him all this money.
Yeah. I think that's it.
I will raise an interesting point back to you.
What's up?
And this is what you asked earlier. Who is he going to throw the ball to?
Look, man, just protect the dude. Let's get him there.
To be announced.
TBD. TBD. All right, bro. We're like 5 minutes.
Oh, wait. So does that mean, okay, so that's 1 through 7.
That's 1 through 7.
Okay, bet. So we go on to the next one, right? What's the next one?
What's the next thing?
Is that the top 5?
I think that's the top 5, sir.
The top 5?
The top 5.
Top 5.
Look here. On the top 5, what we said was on 80-20, look, top 10, that's easy.
And it is easy.
It is easy. Yo, I go 1 through 7, whatever. And the last 8, 9, 10, it's just throwaways. I got to figure out who it's going to be. But the top 5.
Top 5?
The top 5. The top 5? Man, look here. I got to figure out who I got to take out to put back in. So, tonight's top 5.
Top
this is a good
5,
one.
okay.
What's the top 5 tonight?
Top 5.
Yeah.
All time.
All time.
Television.
Yeah.
Theme songs.
Ooh, that's good.
Because it's a hard one, too.
That's tough.
Because I actually had to, classify this was, do I want instrumentals or do I want the TV things that I can sing along to?
Okay.
Because you have both.
That's tough. Yeah.
You have both.
That's tough.
Because I can actually name some.
Yeah.
But then you're going to be like, stop, don't do that, don't do that.
Look, man.
All right, so this.
Tonight's your night.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's your night.
The DJ Quick reference?
Tonight's your night, not the night. Tonight's your night.
Tonight's the night.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because you're Smedium.
That's the goal. The goal is to be Smedium.
All right. Let's go. What you got?
Man. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do top 5.
Top 5.
Songs I can sing.
Okay.
Okay, now this is still going to be a part of my top 5 list. But I wanted to make that classification.
I wish you get to it.
All right.
That'd be awesome.
This is my dark horse. And I hope the cheese doesn't come too far from
it's going to come directly from it.
Butterfly in the sky.
You know what? You need to stop. You need to stop.
Take a look. Sit on the buck. Reading a rainbow.
Wow.
Tell me that doesn't give you goosebumps. I can do anything. Man, you better
I'm ready
come
for
on,
mine.
Man.
Yeah, that's good.
Come
that's
on
good.
now.
See, this isn't a dark horse. If you don't know this, you ain't been alive for real. And that's Good Times.
All right.
Good Times. Everybody can sing it except for the one line which nobody knows.
Right.
Which they kind of clarified in Dave Chappelle hanging out in the child line,
No.
But good. That's what makes it great.
Good times, yeah.
Even credit rip off. Good times hanging in the child line. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to say.
Peace
Good
to
times.
Malona.
Hey, peace to Bernadette Stanos.
Boy, give me some Thelma anytime. Woo.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Okay.
That's my 5. Yeah, see?
Okay.
I think I got that one.
Yeah.
Go for it. I'm waiting on your
Reading
number 4. Reading Rainbow is great. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was more of a picture page. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Man, that one got me too.
I know.
Okay.
So
I want to say.
You want to say?
Yeah, my number 4.
Yeah.
The Golden Girls theme.
That's good. That's good.
Because when you sing it,
that's good.
You're just happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I got one
and
for you.
everybody knows the song.
That's good. I got one for you though. Cheers.
Okay, I put it down, but only because it sticks in your head.
Cheers. Where everybody knows your name.
All right, Norm. All right. Okay, so we'll say 2-2. Right now it's push.
It's not.
It is push.
It's
all right, because see, some of ours will be the same.
It will.
Because I know at least 2 of ours will be the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that time. You taking time.
Okay, last 3 then. Welcome back, Carter. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Now, for me, it's a different world.
Nope. No, sir. I'll get you on the WKRP in Cincinnati, but I'm going to raise you with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because everybody knows that one. And then I'm going to hit you with this, Silver Spoons.
Well, how's it even go?
Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. Come on, boy. Don't play with me like that.
Only thing I remember is that little
I appreciate y'all watching us. This is 80-20. I'm Jay Stocks. That's Aunt Jay.
And we doing this WKRP in Cincinnati.
No, we're not. KMWImedia.com. Hit us up. Yo, make sure you hit us up on Twitter and Facebook at 8020WIR. And, of course, like us, subscribe on 8020 Who Is More Right on YouTube. Peace. Appreciate